This episode of the Jersey Beer Guys podcast is sponsored by White Eagle Liquor Store in Riverside, by Beer Belly Brew Tours in Oak Lynn, and by Dr. Brew Littles in Maple Shade. The Jersey Beer Guys
and One Girl
podcast is hosted by Rob Dowie.
I think I got it, but just in case, tell me the whole thing again. I wasn't listening.
Amy Diamond.
You are a very well-respected journalist in the craft beer industry. You know that, don't you?
With Ian Dowie.
I only came here to do two things, man. Kick some ass and drink some beer. Looks like we're almost out of beer.
And Eric Bracken.
Damn, I'm thirsty. I want a beer. What about you? You want a beer?
Featuring Tony Iacono of the Two Brothers podcast.
Tell what's in beer, eh? Like my brother can tell the difference between beers by what his burps taste like.
And Kevin Riley O'Reilly of Philly Beer Trail.
Now you listen here. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Now go away.
Produced by me, Richard Rabin.
I think this is one of the traits of a really good producer. Keep the talent happy.
It's the show about New Jersey craft beer you didn't know you wanted to listen to. Okay, let's get the ball rolling.
What you are about to hear is bizarre, unsettling, and riveting.
We've got entirely too many troublemakers here.
10 seconds to self-destruct.
If there's still a world left when this is all over, I'd like to buy you a beer.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
All right, we're back at, Amy, where are we? I know.
Summer Swelter AC, Beerfest, Pittman, Atlantic City.
Neck of the woods, that's all that matters. We're in neck of the woods.
Right, neck of the woods.
Neck of the woods. All right, Amy, I got a beer for you to try.
Wait, this is the best place to be. I gotta throw that out there.
Try that beer.
Oh, okay.
Smell it first.
All right, somebody talk, because I got to smell.
I just had the Jazz and AWOL, and it's fucking delicious.
Jazz and AWOL, that's our team. To the party, disrupt the whole scene.
You got to block that out. Put that shit somewhere.
Who was that, 50 Cent?
When it comes to beach, I'm a fiend. I like my sugar with coffee and cream. That's a quote from the Beastie Boys.
Is that 50 Cent? I'll give you $1 to shut the fuck up. You ever hear that comedian? It was George Wallace or something. Who's that, 50 Cent? Give me $1 to shut the fuck up.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is this?
It
tastes like coffee.
Okay.
Good job, man.
Yes. All right, so listen.
But it doesn't look like coffee because it's light colored.
It's not a Starbucks cup.
I don't like Starbucks.
Okay. Wait till you hear about this beer.
So, what, this beer? That's in my hand?
Yes.
All right, let me talk about it.
Let's Frank talk about this one.
Wait.
From Frank.
We haven't even introduced him yet.
I was just going to say, we don't even know who we're talking about.
So we know Frank's here.
Hi, Frank.
Frank from Neck of the Woods here, rapping.
Hey guys, how you doing?
He's going to be doing all of our intro music from now on. Since he doesn't have to brew as much anymore, he's going to do all of our intro music for the podcast.
Frank is retired.
So speaking of which, they have a brewer, and I'm going to
a baby brewer.
No, this brewer has a lot more experience than Frank.
There you go. The dude's like 35 years old.
You are not 35 years old.
31. He's my age.
So 31, he's young. 35, you've been old. 31,
I don't think they said that you looked 31.
No, I don't. Don't let the beard fool you. I'm still a child.
If he shaves. So
I'm sorry to pick on you like that.
It's Ben. Yeah.
It's Ben.
Ben. Hi, Ben.
Welcome, Ben. So they just hired a brewer. You're originally from this area, right?
I am. I'm originally from Pottstown, then was living in Central Washington for the past 5 years.
Okay, so he's a West Coast boy, came home.
Yep.
Some reason you wonder why they come back to New Jersey, but he's back to New Jersey and they have him here.
I've been wondering the same thing for the past month now.
Jersey girls, that's why.
Jersey.
True.
Hello.
He's going back out west now. That's
and a girl.
If this is what they get when they get your age, he's done.
Thanks for coming, Ben.
Nice knowing you.
Frank's going to be like, we're not going to be friends anymore because his brewer left because he did one interview with us.
No more pink guava lime for you.
Yeah. Oh shit, I'd be pissed.
You would be pissed.
I would be pissed.
Yeah.
So,
all right, go back to that beer. That's interesting.
So that is Guess Who's Back. That is our Golden Stout. So a lot of people, when they drink that beer first, obviously coffee
was huge,
right on
like
your nose.
huge.
Yeah, take a sip of it, you get definitely coffee flavor, you get the chocolate flavor, a little bit of vanilla on the back end there. It was one of those beers that we brewed in the garage. That's where we started there, in the garage. And it just kind of became a fan favorite. And we, try to release it this time of the year. And it's been very popular. Yeah.
Yeah. It just amazed me because you're like, here, gotta try this.
Well, because you smell it, it's the coffee.
And you smell coffee and you're like, but that's a light beer.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't smell coffee. I shouldn't taste coffee because it is a light colored beer.
Right. We were talking about that because everybody's amazed. You get all the flavors on there, and if you didn't know the color of it, you'd swore it was a dark beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's amazing.
And that's where the name came from. The whole Guess Who's Back, it was, just a play off of Eminem, who's a white rapper. And
love Eminem.
He just kind of, did the whole rap thing. And I thought, hey, Guess Who's Back, one of his songs. And what a good name for a beer.
There you go.
No, that's very good.
Yeah. So, how long have you been here, Ben?
I've been here for, 28 days now.
28 days.
Oh, shit.
So,
You're the new guy.
Yeah.
He really is a baby, see?
But I'm sure you have a new beer in the tank. Did you brew something on your own?
We did, yeah. The first beer Frank let me run with was our West Coast style IPA.
Okay.
So,
which is new because Frank said that's something he doesn't brew or never brewed.
No, I think it's the first West Coast Neck of the Woods is going to put out here.
Sure is.
So I got a lot riding on.
Is that on tap right now?
It's not, no. It's just getting dry hopped yesterday, so we're going to let it do its rest and transfer it over next week.
All right, cool.
So you'll can that right away?
September 8th.
Okay.
Cans.
Yep. It's the first day of school. Okay.
Yep, I'll be here.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, so they'll do the West Coast IPA. It'll be new for them.
Huh.
So what styles of beer do you like to do when you were out west? What did you do?
Man, anything with hops, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, with the big hop country, we were an hour and a half from Yakima Valley.
Wow.
And so right now, this time of year, I'm really missing the fresh hop festival and getting my hands on those fresh wet hops. But
putting it in your bathtub and taking a bath with hops in it.
Man, you name it. Yeah. We drive down to the farm and load the car up, and by the time you get home, your eyes are all sweating from all the hop oils and aromas. It's insane. But no, we back there, they focused on mostly hoppy beers and then some traditional lager style beers.
Okay.
Kettle sours as well.
All right, so yeah, because he's known for they're getting. We were talking about this too. They're getting known for their sours. I've had friends that tell me that the Latte Pilsner is one of the best they've ever had. Because anymore, I think when I think of Neck of the Woods, I'm thinking sours. I said because Sour Fest, you had so many sours on, and really that's the style of beer that I'm liking now. So I'm getting that. But there are so many other beers up on that board.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, most people think of Neck of the Woods and they think sours. But, sitting across from me, this guy can vouch for our double IPAs and hazy IPAs. Yeah. I think he said it was one of almost your favorite IPAs out there, right?
The Inspiration is an absolute, is just as good as Treehouse's Haze. Yes. And it tastes almost identical. And that's not a knock, it's delicious. So, I remember when we came in here for the first time, before the podcast, before I introduced myself to you, Frank, and there was like 7 beers on tap, and my wife loved the Paul Bunyan one.
Yeah, Bunyan's Blueberry.
Exactly. And I was like, my God, they got it right off the start, and I couldn't believe it. Now you guys got like 20 beers on tap, and I love that you're 10 minutes away from me, so I can come to the
That's the best part.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to come down to the campground and be 20 minutes away, so 15, 20 minutes away, so I come down to the campground.
Let me know, I'll meet you here.
There you go.
It's a date.
Or either that, or you stop here for beers and come down to the campground and sit by the fire.
I don't know if my wife would love that. We're gonna have to do our bromance aside from that. But yeah.
What the hell's wrong with you people? Listen, I'm loving this watermelon shandy. Because it's refreshing and there's so many flavor. Like the watermelon in that is so strong.
So you know what's cool? We instituted the whole sour shandy thing here at Neck of the Woods going into the summertime, a little bit beforehand. And we kind of had this idea that why not make every beer that's on that tap list. So the 16 beers that are up there, why not make it that you can shandy anything up there?
Wow.
So we make our own lemonade, we put it in the kegs, we carbonate it, and we put that on tap. So you can come to Neck of the Woods, you can look up there, any beer you want, we'll add some of the custom, batch lemonade back there and cut your own shandy. So
cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of options there. I think we actually had somebody come in and try to shandy the porter or something like that.
Really?
I don't know if that turned out so good.
Both tragic, Cotton. Slow down there.
You could do any beer, and he said, "Okay, porter." Is like, well, wait. I think I might have to walk that one back.
Any beer, you say it again.
I don't know. Coffee and lemonade, though. I don't know about that one.
I think they should have immediately just cut that guy off.
Yeah, right.
Sir, you have to leave. Thank you for your patronage. Get the fuck out.
Here's $10. Go home.
So, what are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking the Latte Pilsner, just something classic, and like I said, I think this is one of the best Pilsners I've had.
Yeah.
I've had the Pilsner, the Latte,
very good,
many times. Perfect for an all-day affair.
Yeah, so we came up with that recipe because Dave, my partner, he's had Eagles tickets for I don't know how long, 20, 25 years. We tailgating in Lot P, so we wanted to make a beer that was going to be crushable Pilsner style. So that's where the idea for Lot P came from.
Oh, so it's Lot P.
So it's, yes.
Not Lot P.
No, not what happens when you drink 15 of them.
That's
the result, not the name of the beer.
He had a real good idea until this time.
Sorry, now I get it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's many different lots to tailgate in. We chose Lot P.
Lot P.
Yes.
To tailgate in.
Right.
Yes.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah. Have a lot of P, right?
Right. I couldn't figure it out. It's fine.
So yes, Lot P, very, very popular Pilsner. Myself, I got the, I guess...
It's hazy.
I would have to drink the Stay in the Car Frank, since it is named after me.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is my go-to.
You've made it.
Yes.
You got a beer named after. Congrats.
And I'll throw it out there. I didn't name it. I was away on vacation out in California 2 years ago.
Sure.
And the partners named it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Probably your last vacation until now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. It was during the construction process. We had a very good friend of ours who was the guy who supervised and basically told us how to build this place. And I chose to interject multiple times and tell him how I thought he could build
that
the place.
guy.
I'm that guy. Yeah, well, this was my baby, and I wanted to be treated that way. And finally he said, instead of telling me to fuck off, he just, stay in a car, Frank. I got this.
It's kind of like stay in your lane, right?
Exactly.
Same thing.
So that's where the stay in a car, Frank came from.
Cool. I like that.
That's a hell of a
we got to
story.
talk.
That's another beer.
Thanks, Dave.
That's another beer.
What?
Great job.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Tony.
They're already endearing themselves to each other.
Listen, I love him. He's like telling me where to go to get beer. Like, I need to know.
The Ian replacement.
Yeah.
Somebody telling you F off.
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, we're done. You go ahead. This is your show.
Nate?
And a girl.
Yeah.
You're going to get a beer named that?
No.
Let's talk.
Nobody's naming a beer and a girl.
Why?
Because nobody is. Because you ask. You got to sneak that in there.
I got to stop asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Subliminal.
Tragedy.
Exactly. You got to place it in their minds so they come up with the idea. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I do with my 11-month-old as well.
Shit. There's a baby talking to me. That's fucking funny.
Yep. She's done with beer, right? You know that. I think she's done.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
10 minute? 5 minute?
5 hour.
5 hour.
It's Amy done in 5 hours.
All right. We're coming up on closing time.
Listen, I woke up and I was still fucking trash from last night.
Awesome.
It was a slow morning for me.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." We did a lot of drinking last night. I had a lot of moonshine, a lot of beer.
Yeah, she came down to campground, and
yeah,
a little too much drinking. Her and Kevin came down, a little too much drinking, carrying on. We didn't have a good night. We actually didn't have a very big breakfast. Just breakfast sandwiches.
No, it was big. I had to give mine away.
Oh, well, that's true. Well, that's because Kevin was drooling over his shoulder.
He really was.
He was hungry, waiting for that other half a sandwich. Not
No,
to be eaten.
I could have ate it, but he's like staring at me. I'm like, all right, fine, here you go.
That's hot.
I don't need to eat anymore.
Yeah, so.
That's why I'm eating my peanut butter pretzels.
So what do you guys got coming down the highway? Segue. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome. What do you guys got coming up?
Well, I can let Ben tell you what we got in the tanks since we brewed our first batch of beer together. That was Stay in the Car Frank.
It was, yes.
And then Ben kind of looked at the system and kind of knew, all right, I can handle this, and kind of just took it running. And,
Good.
He's brewed all the beers since then. So
yeah, don't let Frank fool you. He taught me well. You know, he's being very coy about everything. But
he's right here.
Now we've got a few good beers coming out of the pipeline. One of the beers that I'm most excited about is our PTP Porter that was barrel aged in 4.
Oh yeah.
What was that? What were the barrels? I can't remember
So the 4 Roses Bourbon.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. All right.
4 Roses Bourbon that we now pushed into the bright tanks, and we're conditioning on cacao and coconut, and we're going to try to do a little German chocolate cake barrel aged porter variant. And
if you like bourbon,
the cacao is
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we used a different type of cacao. Normally, we would just kind of, take the actual, they're like little nuggets, more or less.
Yep.
So, Ben had talked about possibly utilizing a different way to get chocolate into the beer. And what was the company there?
I throw a plug out to our friends at Cholaka. It's a liquid cacao product, all natural. It's fantastic. It just allows the cacao to get solubility into the beer a lot easier than the actual nibs themselves.
Okay.
A lot easier to work with as well.
That will imbue a better flavor on it?
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say a better flavor and more efficient, more forward as well.
Okay. If Oscar Blues uses them, I think Neck of the Woods would be okay using them. So.
Yeah.
I think Oscar Blue should write their business plan on Neck of the Woods.
Yeah, I like that.
Tried and true.
So we did that, and also coconut. They have a coconut product too. So it was liquid coconut that we put in there.
Again, just ease of working with it it's a no-brainer. We've used flake coconut in the past, and
pain in the ass.
Exactly, it's just such a headache.
Clog the equipment up, or just doesn't?
All of it, you name it.
And it usually falls out after like 2 weeks, right?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't.
And the fact that it absorbs so much of your beer too. So if you start with 10 barrels, you might be left with 9 barrels. Like you'll actually lose
so much in it.
It's not a great
if
deal.
you're lucky, right?
Yeah.
And it's great with all the breweries who roast their own coconut and all that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad about those types of breweries, but just for us and just the ease of using it, this product was perfect for what we needed.
Excellent. Can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, it'll be September 8th or so. We'll have that available in the tap house.
I already got it on the calendar. Don't worry.
So are you going to start moving away from sours now and start?
No,
I just mean just decrease the amount of sours that you have, and then increase the amount of other styles of beer, or.
It's a great question because, Ben and I, we sat at the bar just for the past 3 weeks and talked about what type of brewery do we want to become moving forward. And I think people put us in the class of sour beers or hazy IPAs. And, we like to kind of think that we make a lot of good styles of beers.
Right.
So... yeah, I don't think we're going to move away from sours, but we're definitely going to experiment into, lagers and, just kind of take that to a different level as well.
So you won't have as many sours on tap. Maybe you'll just you'll start moving towards other things. And keep your sours. You may come in and there'll be 4 sours on the board, and there's a bunch more now. There's porters and stouts in there.
Exactly. I mean, right now on the board we have 7 sours.
Right.
Out of 16 taps. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
So we'll definitely. Well, we talked about what is going to be the ratio of what's going into kegs, what's going into cans. Yep. I mean, just trying to figure out that formula, what's going out the distribution, that's been very challenging.
What's your customers saying? I mean, what's your immediate feedback kind of deal?
I would think that most people do come to Neck of the Woods for the sour experience, 100%. But, we also get a lot of other people coming through here for the easier to drink styles, Pilsners and different types of lagers. Staying true to the hazy IPAs. I don't think they're going anywhere.
No,
thank God.
no.
We're not taking those off.
Let's hope not.
But I think that we want to kind of get back to also that core lineup where I think that a lot of breweries for the past, and I'll say since the pandemic, when COVID kind of hit everybody, we've all kind of maybe gotten away from flagship styles of beer because people want so much variety. And it's so hard to do. And at the same time, while that's great, it's also good to know that if you come to Neck of the Woods, you're going to have Stay in a Car Frank on air at all time, or you're going to have Latte on air at all time, or you're going to have the favorite sour on air at all time. I think that's important to the experience also.
Yep.
You get a bigger range of people who can come here, have a beer from any style, and stay longer and have more beers.
Yeah. Correct. Or you bring a friend that likes the sours and one that likes the lagers or what have you kind of deal. So
exactly. I kind of hope that people come in for a certain style of beer and they walk out of here with a 4-pack of something they didn't even expect they would like.
Yep. Take it home.
That's my goal. So, we're gonna try for that.
Well, I think that's part of the thing too. That if you come to a place, you say, well, I know they do a lot of different stuff, but I know if they don't have something, I can at least get this and then try the other stuff. But you know what I mean? I only go to places, I guess I'm guilty of going to places where I know I'm at least going to have some beer that I like.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what the Latte kind of fills that niche for us. There's always something to fall back on, just a clean, classic style Pilsner, which, a lot of people enjoy and drink that type of beer.
Well, it also helps you have 16 taps. That's a lot of taps to have. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, you get to experiment a lot with that.
Keep you busy.
Yeah.
Ben, I got to
rotating them.
Are you going to make a seltzer?
We were just discussing that today. Man.
Great.
I think yes. I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
Well, how could you not?
But it'll be a hazy New England style. Sour.
How can we put hops in this thing?
The first sour seltzer.
Yeah. What's that new trend? You tell us what to get on.
We're going to create it right here.
There you go.
Well, we soured sugar before we put it in there, and then we put it in there.
Yeah. And we threw some lactose in it for all those
milkshakes. Sour seltzer.
Yeah, there you go. Milkshakes.
And then we fermented it down, so it's actually a lot.
Double dry hopped.
Yeah.
Tony, do you realize how many people have asked me that question?
I assume everyone, because
in the past year and a half, and honestly, just given the amount of beers that we've kind of experimented with, that was just like, it was on the list, but I just couldn't get to it.
I understand.
And that's brand new. I never brewed one before, don't know how to brew one. I've read about it, heard about it, seen them, tasted them. And then Ben came along and I said, Ben, this one's yours.
Handoff.
I think seltzers, they fill a niche for sure. And, I think that's something that would be really beneficial on the taps. I don't think we would necessarily distribute that product, but just something that fills a niche on the taps. I can see that in the future for sure.
I think it's good in the tap room because it brings more people with a diverse palate.
Agreed.
We're at a Beerfest right now, and there's people with slushies, and with hard seltzers right now. And
wait, that one brewery over there, they have nothing but seltzers, like bubbly something.
Yeah, I think
that's what they are.
3 threes.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
There's a
I thought it was
Bogey Bubbles.
Yeah.
Bougie. I think it's Bougie.
Bougie.
Bougie Bubbles.
Now they're a golf brand.
Yeah, exactly. Bogey.
But they're just like seltzers. Like it's just like bubbly shit.
Yeah.
Got it.
Bubbly.
Hey, look,
bubbly.
Bubbly shit.
You're going to write the PR for them, right?
Yeah.
Fire.
I talked to the owner of Engrain, Joe, and he brought me over some kombucha, and
That's supposed to be really good.
And I said, Joe, how about we collaborate on a sour style kombucha beer? I mean, like there's so many different possibilities with beer nowadays.
Right. I was just going to say, has anybody done that?
In any way,
and I said, let's do it.
In any way to diversify your bonds, essentially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, your product.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
to get more people in here.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we love, working with as much local, as we can do, 100%. That's part of the fun.
Right.
Is utilizing local products like, Engrain coffee, which we use in, all our coffee beers. So that's fun. But yeah, I mean, I think anything is more or less on the table.
Right.
Sky's the limit. Yeah.
To rule things out is not the best move. It's
Certainly.
open-minded.
Yeah, in my mind, it's definitely not black or white. I mean, it's always there's always options.
Yep, I can tell you firsthand from ordering ingredients, you think you got your brew schedule figured out.
Yeah.
Honestly, will change within 15 minutes.
Another phone call.
Exactly, yep. It's just constantly evolving.
Have you been having trouble getting product as such, or
yes.
I mean, we all know about the cans and stuff like that, but I mean,
you got
on the other end,
the Yakima Valley stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We're just having a little bit of a logistical issue with just hop shipments.
Really?
But our goal is to have a lot more hops on hand, so we won't have to wait on FedEx.
Rely on.
Yeah, but Ben
is
FedEx.
Yeah,
sorry, FedEx.
Ben is coming from an area where if you ordered hops, what's the turnaround time?
10 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we're talking, 7 to 10 days getting them here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of logistics and planning and making sure that you have stuff on hand, but at the same time, all that stuff takes up room in the brewery too. So it's a constant
constant shuffling and reorganizing, and
all I hear is cost accounting numbers.
I was just money on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Or in the bags.
All right, Ben, I wanted to ask you now, coming from West Coast to East Coast, what do you find different on the East Coast? Are they doing different things here, or are there things?
Not so much. I'll be honest with you. I moved out to Washington State 5 years ago, and prior to doing that, I was following the tree houses and the Trilliums and the Tired Hands and the big boys, and I've tasted a few of those beers, and then out on the West Coast, I'm like, this doesn't compare to the East Coast beers. The East Coast beers are much softer and much more hop character. And to be honest, I find that not necessarily the case anymore. I feel like East Coast beers and West Coast beers are starting to become one and the same in a sense, where it's not necessarily who can give the hoppiest beer and the softest beer. It's more about finding the best flavor and the best quality ingredients is really the goal. And I've noticed that just in terms of hop flavor and hop quality, and people are catching up to everyone. The hop companies are doing a great job with consistency and making sure that each product is very consistent and good. And so I think everyone is pretty much catching up to the big guys.
It's not divided anymore.
No, I don't think so. And there's not. This is my personal opinion. I just don't know if there's that many secrets anymore.
Oh yeah.
Everything's online. You can pretty much research just about anything.
Is there any style out? What's that, Aim? Go ahead.
I was going to ask if it was the water. Like, they
East
say
Coast.
right, East Coast versus West Coast. Like, I was going to ask that, and then, you kept talking or whatever. Like, I thought maybe it was the water. Like, why is it softer here than it is there? Like, does it have anything to do with the water? But
I'm not sure if it has to do with the water or more of the customer's preference. I think out west, they like that drier, that more bitter kind of flavor, just because it's been so
piney West
Coast. Always been there.
Yeah,
and here they're juicy and fruity and
exactly.
easy.
I would just say that main difference is just the dryness level of the beers is the big thing on the West Coast. They like it to be a little bit drier.
Did you guys go through a brute beer phase out
No,
there?
I didn't do any brute beers. I'm glad that phase was in and out.
That was pretty quick.
That was quick.
That was quick.
That really was. That was.
Yeah,
quick.
I was not sad to see that one leave.
Yeah, but is there a style that they don't do out there that they do here? Nothing. They pretty much doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Seltzers
much.
Wait, West Coast IPA.
Yeah.
Like we call it West Coast IPA, they just call it IPA.
Yeah, they just
so
call it
it's
IPA.
Totally that's a little different.
But you guys call IPAs here, which are hazy IPAs, just IPAs, and out there they'll call them East Coast IPAs.
Oh.
So
Okay,
that's the difference.
Then we call them West Coast.
Yeah, exactly. That classic East Coast West Coast battle.
Yes, they did when seltzers and stuff like that. They doing that out there.
Yeah,
with marijuana.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's true.
Oh, soon, right? Just it's legal here. You can throw it in there or no?
Well, you can. I know in Portland you could order a pint and you could ask to pay an extra $1 or $2, and they'll put a couple tinctures of CBD in there.
Oh,
so.
you gonna do that here? Come on, Frank. Come on.
No comment.
Yes.
Survey says.
You have to know which beer tender to ask for the special latte.
I'm finding Frank.
You can smell them.
Can I get the special stay in the car, Frank? I was told to
I will
ask for
take
that.
the Dead and Company and fish version of whatever this is.
What the fuck was that?
Awkward silence. Dead space.
Give her $1.
So, those of you that can't hear or see,
For the end user Beethoven's out there, go ahead, Amy.
the what?
At the end, Beethoven was deaf, even though he was still.
Playing.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, that
So
was
you notice this show goes
Rob's
off
wife.
the rails a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Wheels come off the bus.
Yeah. We got lots of squirrels that run past us all the time.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so CBD, I'm in. What, Frank? Did you see Frank's face?
My biggest customer is.
Frank didn't realize that, because you're actually back there. He already knew it.
Jersey beer guys.
I don't even know where we would order that from.
There's a person out there that has CBD stuff.
Okay.
Did you see that? They have
But that's not the same, right?
I don't care. They got beer soap.
Beer soap.
Beer soap. I swear to God, the big sign says beer sope.
Don't you want the THC
I'm like,
in it, though?
Kevin be eating beer. No, he be eating soap.
What was that?
No, Kevin.
I didn't know.
It's all good.
I didn't know Kevin showered, but hey.
Well, there's that. But no, they have like oils and stuff up there. You can just throw. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Put in a mix.
Can you turn this off?
I think I should have turned it on 2 episodes ago, 2 interviews ago.
It's 7 hours.
Yeah.
5-hour Amy's running out.
God. So actually, our time's running out.
It has been a long day.
It has.
Yeah.
Long rainy day.
What time is it now? It's 4:30. This place is wrapping up. We're going to give these guys off so they can go visit and peruse and talk to whoever they want to talk to. Gentlemen, we want to thank you for sitting with us.
Well, I really appreciate it. You guys have been, our key supporters since day 0. Before we were even started, we were in your basement doing a podcast with Bruce. May he rest in peace.
Yep.
Yes.
It's been 2 years since we lost, our father-in-law, who was, a vital part of planning this brewery. And actually, you were the first guy that bought a keg of beer from us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Sixtel of the pink guava lime goes.
There it is. So
There's a surprise.
In history.
There's the surprise.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we need that empty back, by the way.
And you owe us.
I curl up with that every night and try to any last remnants in there, sniff it,
He don't need no body pillow.
I got that Sixtel. Yep. That was good beer, man.
You might not want that Sixtel back.
That's really good beer. I'm going to have more of that.
There's a new strain to that one.
Yeah.
All right, folks, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank
Good
you.
luck here.
Guys,
I don't know why you came back to Jersey, but hey, we're glad to have you back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks
All
for
right,
having
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
us. Cheers, boys.
Woo, here we are.
All right, final segment of the AC Summer
Summer
Swelter.
Swelter, Pittman, Ace, Atlantic City, like you have no idea.
I kept wanting to go AC. I would stop, and then they were like, "No, it's Summer Swelter." I was like, "Okay, Beerfest."
You guys are sitting in the air conditioning all day.
I know,
right?
I know. I was like, the last time we were all together was AC Beerfest, so it's been a while. So
happens.
So actually, we're going to get right here, Summer Swelter Beer Festival, Pittman, New Jersey. We are inside of Neck of the Woods. This is our last segment. We have Adam, the man,
the myth,
the legend, the man responsible for this thing, with a lot of help from his friends. But
a lot,
yeah.
You got a lot of friends.
We have a ton of friends.
That's good. That's good.
There's a lot of teal shirts out there.
There are. Yeah, we have a lot of volunteers. A couple of them are just superstars that really do so much to prepare for this festival, months and months and months. And then there's folks that come here today and just spend the whole day sacrificing and not drinking and helping people and doing a great job. So we are the luckiest people in the world to have the team.
Well, that's good. That's great. I'm glad, because your event, it keeps getting better. The weather kind of didn't help this year. COVID, you said there were some staffing issues, and it was tough. Some people had to back out. Some people couldn't make it. But unfortunately, that happened. But it'll get better.
So, all right. So this would be your fourth year, but it's the third year because of COVID.
2020 we took off.
Right. So the first year I was not here, Rob did come, and we didn't, podcast or whatever. So the second year, we came and podcasted, and it was sweltering out there, and it was hot. So 2 years ago, it was freaking hot. And
Swelter.
Yes.
Sweltering hot.
Lift up this name.
Ergo the name, right? So this year it's not hot out. It's not.
No, I mean,
but it's raining.
I can't think of an alliterative name for rain that starts with S. Summer storm. But it wasn't that bad. It was a little bit of rain. It spit rain for a while. They've knocked the humidity out of the air right away.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not brutal out there.
Yep.
I was out there just, for the last half of the festival, it was like 75 degrees.
Yep.
It's chilly. It's chilly out there.
I am now dry.
You're now dry.
My second shirt went soaking wet to dry over the course of the
I'm a little upset that you have a shirt on.
Yeah, Tony, that would be a different part. You'd be all so distracted by that.
Hide the orange so I can juice them with my nipples.
So how do you think it fared this year? With look, all the obstacles you had to overcome. How do you think you did? Did you have a lot of people?
Yeah. So we didn't have as many attendees. You already mentioned the brewers. So
right.
We did have some. I totally get it. There was staffing issues. They could not have their tap room man and their 10 years. I understand. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah, time.
All come back next year, hopefully. So that was a little bit of a drop off. From an attendee perspective, we started to get a little worried because ticket sales were not really that great. I think people were worried about there was a rain forecast.
Right.
The last minute sales weren't as good. But as we got through the day, we were down from our so year one was our lowest attendee. Year two was up about 100 people. We took a step back about 200 people from our first year.
Okay.
But all in all, for a COVID year, where we put this together in 2 months, we didn't have our promotion on social media, we didn't have Facebook Live, we didn't get any of those, we still had that many people.
I was going to say, you still did a media blitz. There were still, your Instagram posts and Facebook posts and everything, definitely spot on.
Yeah, my wife handles all of our social media. I obviously do Facebook Live and things like that. We put it out there. Just only 2 months of it.
Right.
Less.
Yeah.
And I did have to do a little bit of slower sales in the beginning, but I couldn't be happier. Everybody I talked to said they had a good time, and that's what makes it worth it.
But I think people were ready to get out too. That was part of the thing. Like, hey, there's a festival going on, another one. Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
We sold a lot of tickets today.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
So I had a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Rob kept on.
He's not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, he's not beat around the bush. What?
Rob kept on the AC Beerfest at Summer Swelter, and AC Beerfest is great. It's like the entire high school class at the end of the year all together. But Summer Swelter is all of your best friends together for the last run, and it's a fucking ball.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I never want to compare myself to AC Beerfest. It's a different beast. John does a great job.
Yes, he does.
It is a monster.
Yeah.
Did they? What they win with?
The Catatonic.
That was. I had it. It was really good. It was. It was really hoppy and had a nice citrus profile.
So follow those signs to the brewery.
Right.
You know, or a new brewery or new brewery. The signs are. Yeah, man.
That's like so many breweries have opened up since our Beer Festival, and I wanted to get them all. We got a lot of them. There you go. A new rookie shows up and wins the festival again.
Right. Yeah, because you got them, Brew Little, Mechanical, Ashton Brewing came down from up
Ashton
north.
from Middlesex, yeah.
Chimney.
Yep.
Chimney from Hammond, yeah.
Swedesboro.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot.
Because those guys just opened up too, Swedesboro, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's so, I love when they jump in. They're right in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picking some of these places are picking and choosing, and the fact that they picked you, it's great.
It means a lot.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that it grows every year. It's unfortunate that it's a little less this year, but you're coming out of a pandemic. It's to be expected, but it was still a success. So you only hope that going forward next year, it's even better because staffing issues may be done, and we're ready to go.
This was a complete winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not be happier. Thank you guys for coming again. It's great.
Oh, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
We're having us and putting it on.
Thanks for thanks for having us.
Thanks for twisting our arms to come.
What'd you say?
Thanks for twisting our arms.
And we got to get you back on Instagram doing your dances with your daughters. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, I just took my oldest to college this year. So.
Wow.
Wait. I have to stop you there because the words that just came out of your mouth, I never thought would ever come out of your mouth. You had a fucking carrier pigeon like 4 years ago. No, you know Instagram and like all this shit. Like I am so impressed, Eric.
Do you know who this is?
Do you know who he is?
Eric,
Like,
what's your Reddit handle?
This is Muppet Maz. This is.
He only follows me.
I mean, throughout COVID, he was putting on shows on Instagram. Him and his daughters, they would do a different dance routine, if I would call it that.
Yeah, skip.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was kind of dancing. You can kind of call that.
It was no joke, man. He came out there and he was like, doing the moves and all that.
I think they did the Macarena.
Plus.
Yeah, see, they did the Macarena.
It was the Macarena dance to a different song.
Okay.
And it was choreographed. I thought it was professional. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
saying.
I'm just impressed with you right now, Eric. Like
Not
seriously
about me. It's about Summer
impressed. No,
Swelter. Come
I'm
on.
just
Bring it back. Bring it back.
right. Come on, Rob.
They're on social media at Swelter Beer.
So, but they may be dormant for the next couple months, but they'll be back up again.
Yeah, we're going to do more to stay active throughout the year. Just kind of maybe feature some brewery stuff, like go interview folks, and just kind of do some things and keep it active. Just keep the iron hot.
Right.
We're doing a great job, and our social media things kill it. Our team kills it. So.
And you have a lot of breweries in town, local.
Yeah, I mean, we got 2 in downtown Pittman, uptown Pittman.
Right.
One back in the woods that we're in now.
Right.
The address is Pittman. Technically Mansfield.
But still, I mean,
it says Pittman on their bill. So.
as you visit one, you're going to probably visit the other 2. Just saying.
Yeah.
You can make it a
I
whole
mean,
day.
I could just start around. If I go to Hamilton, I can hit 3. I go Pittman.
There you go. The other part. Yeah.
That's like 6 months worth of that.
And a couple restaurants in Pittman now. The bank.
We have a pub now.
Okay.
Merriman's Pub bought our first liquor license in town. We were a dry town for a number of years. We just sold a liquor license during, they opened right before.
Yeah.
In March. So they never really had that oomph of grand opening kind of flair, but they're doing a great job. We love going there. It's great to sit on Broadway and sit out the table.
See that? I didn't know they were no longer a dry town.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about a year and a half ago at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just sold our second license back.
Awesome. You got Menino's, you got Alora's Kitchen.
Yeah.
They're not liquor licensed, but they're good business.
Right, just good
Yeah.
business. And Greenwich here, doing iced coffee and things.
Okay. Big.
Cream cookies this year, and they
Yes.
they're doing cookies.
Inside, yeah.
Corner Press did our t-shirts this year. They did a great job. So
T-shirts are fire.
Yeah.
It's holding your sweat so well.
they did a great job. I know, right? It's so dry.
Yeah.
That's rain. That's not sweat. That's rain. Come on. From before.
Yeah. It's just swag. It's Adam swag.
So they won. About the Hops won the best of Best of show.
Best of show.
That's really what it is.
It is.
Pretty much it. But best of the fest.
Trifecta. Best of the,
I like that.
Best of the fest. So was that the only? There was just one award, right? Best of the fest.
Yeah, we just did one award for best of the festival, and they won. To be honest, it wasn't really that close. They won.
Oh, landslide.
Multiple lengths. The next one down was like 30-something votes. They had 80-something. So.
Yeah, it was a really almost West Coast hoppy
it was a
citrus
very
bomb.
interesting IPA. It had bite on the side of your tongue. It almost felt like it was pulling on the sides of your tongue.
In the back of the jaw, yeah.
And this is a vote by the people that attend here, right?
It is. Yeah, we moved to an electronic system because counting tokens for hundreds of people was a little monotonous.
Right.
The past couple of years.
Welcome to the
Yeah, that's right. So 2021, here we are. We actually went to a Survey Monkey and used that. We did QR codes on the tables. We didn't get as many votes as I thought, so I don't maybe we have to explain the system a little bit better to folks coming in going forward. But
participation,
it was an improvement system, and we improve every year. We always learn something, and we're going to make it better next year.
Awesome. Right. People agree.
All right, Adam, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna wrap up. We're in neck of the woods space here, so we're.
We're cleaning up out there, but I have to go.
You can help us wrap up.
Can I just sit here and tell my wife that I'm picking up tables?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Cables. Listen, Adam, $20. I'll tell your wife anything. Damn, he's
Wait, $20 or beer?
$20 for beer. Or wait, no, we'll come back next year, so we're good. I'll stick up for you.
So are we coming back next year? Talk to me. What are we doing?
I hope so. I mean, the plan is we'll be back in 2022. Hopefully with more time to plan more announcements.
Okay.
So usually we put tickets on sale in April, so stay tuned in April. But like I said, we're going to keep our social media active. So
All right. So we got to look for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, Adam. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, man.
It's great having you here. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
The Jersey Beer Guys
And the girl.
is hosted by Rob Talley,
And Amy Diamond.
along with Eric Bracken and Ian Talley. It's produced and edited by Richard Rabing.
You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at Jersey Beer Guys 1 or Instagram at Jersey Beer Guys.
Thanks for listening, and remember,
Try something Jersey.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.